and love sometimes when you think it is not lovely. Or community and people around you, they tend to think that you have gone wrong or you have gone astray. It got me wondering, did I do the right thing or not? The relationship you have with your mother is stronger. Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to Joyful Reflections channel. And in today's video, I'm going to share a personal story of how I handled or how I was able to reconcile with my mother after a huge dispute. And I will tell you the steps I have taken so that we can reconcile and build back the relationship that was almost being affected. The reason I'm sharing this story is to maybe inspire one person or two about how they can handle these types of disagreement, especially if they arise from the family and if they happen among the family members. What can be the steps you can take? And maybe I hope you can get inspired and do the same. Let me take you back to my story when I attended the university. I have made a decision to change my church, and this church that I was moving from was the church that I grew up attending. It is the same church that my mother went to, and she's still attending that particular one. And the same goes to my siblings. They all attended the same church. So I was going to be different because I have already deliberately made a decision to change and move to a new belief system. I took time, I thought about it. It was going to be tough, and still I did it. I was no longer seeing me being aligned to the church itself, and I thought it was no longer resonating with how I think, how I believe. I can confirm that I was no longer happy with how the church operated and the people around it. So I wanted to really make my own choice and follow what my heart wanted. In my culture, it's a big deal if you change a church from where you grew up. Your community and people around you, they tend to think that you have gone wrong or you have gone astray, and they think you are now becoming a pagan or something related to that. But I was already prepared to those kind of comments. But again, my mother, she was not happy with the decision. Our relationship was affected because my mom got very sad about it, and she was really not happy with the decision I made. Because of my mom's reaction to that, it also affected me because it got me wondering, did I do the right thing or not? But again, I could still remember that I made a deliberate decision that was aligning with how I think and I thought. I was also affected and I was so heartbroken because I didn't want to really upset my mother, nor did I want to break her. So I approached one of our executive officer, and she was a person that I would lean to and I would go to whenever I had something that I wanted to discuss about, especially things that were challenging me at that time. I would go to her, seek for advice, and she would genuinely tell me because she was someone who was really experienced in life. So I trusted her advice, and many of them have really worked for me. I explained to her the situation and told her what was going on and how it was affecting both of my mom and me. It was really affecting us because for me, I was not studying well and I was really mentally affected. On one hand, I was like, why can't my mom understand? Why can't she understand that I have to make my own decision? But because culture is like you're disobeying or something related to that, yet I didn't want my mom to think that I was disobeying her. Rather, I was trying to find my own way of believing instead of just following through. I wanted to just stand firm. I wanted to stand firm and really believe in things that I have made my own choice to believe in. So I'm not just saying that my mother's religion was bad and wrong. I'm just saying that I also found my way that resonate with my belief and my thinking. I realized that my mother was affected. She really was very sad, and our relationship got affected as well. It also saddened me because I didn't want to hurt her. I didn't want her to think that I have disrespected her or I have disobeyed her. So I approached one of our executive officer, and I told her how I was being affected mentally and how my mother's relationship was also being affected. She told me this. She said, "Joy, the relationship you have with your mother is stronger than the religion. Please find new ways to love her and to show her that you care, because your bond is so much important and so much stronger than any sort of disagreement you might be having." So I went to the market. I purchased some few clothes that I knew she would like, and I also wrote a letter using my handwriting. I sent her a letter because from where I was studying and to where she was living, it was like 4 hours apart. So I just sent her a letter. I explained her that the fact that I have changed my religion doesn't mean that I hate her or I disobeyed her or I am a bad and wrong daughter. So I explained that to her, and I told her that, "Mom, I love you so much. I don't want my religion to be something that can stand between us. I love you so much, and I will continue to love you." And I think that was so deep to her. And by the time she received my gift and the letter, it changed how she perceived it. And I continued to really respect my mother. And from that very moment, I've seen how it has changed her. So embracing the fact that we have gone two different ways, but we can still love one another. And I think that has helped her also to turn back to me. And she eventually came back and said, "You know, Joy, there's like changing your religion is not a big deal. People can still be good people regardless of their religion and their backgrounds." So this experience taught me that it is okay to disagree. It's okay to have different ways of thinking. And what matters is how you stay connected. If you're currently struggling with disagreement and differences, I just wanted to let you know that it is normal, it is okay. But what you have to do is just to make sure that you stick to the healthy relationship and know that sometimes it is very difficult to love when the situation is hard. But you're supposed to do so because that is what God asks us to do. Love one another, and love sometimes when you think it is not lovely. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video.